We have breaking news coming out of Minneapolis, where protesters forced their way into the police department's 3rd precinct building overnight and started the place on fire. The destruction comes as Minneapolis enters a 4th day of unrest in the aftermath of George Floyd's death at the hands of a Minneapolis police officer. Take a look at this. This is the scene from overnight as flames and smoke billow into the sky.
Now you can see hundreds of demonstrators, but no sign of firefighters or police monitoring the crowd or that fire. Police say the precinct was evacuated shortly after 10 o'clock last night, but 90 minutes later, the city was warning people to leave that area, saying the building's gas line may have been cut, creating a possible risk for an explosion.
46-year-old George Floyd died after being detained on suspicion of passing a phony $20 bill. The 4 police officers have since been fired and are now the subject of several investigations, including by the FBI and the Justice Department.
The Minnesota National Guard has now activated more than 500 soldiers to try and control that situation. And Governor Tim Walz will hold a press conference at 10 o'clock this morning to address the growing concern over public safety there. And we'll have more on that right here on Valley News Live.
People are rallying around a hurting law enforcement community. And one way you can see it is by the growing memorial outside the Grand Forks Police Department headquarters.
And the Valley Today's Abby Furchner joins us live from Grand Forks this morning with a look at what is happening there. Abby, what are you seeing out there?
Yeah, good morning, Jordan and Lisa. I just want to share this tear-jerking moment we just saw. We just saw what we believe to be another former police or a Grand Forks police officer come to the memorial here, and he took a moment to just stand and view all of this. And then a woman a little bit earlier came and laid down some live flowers here, and he picked them up and grabbed them and looked at them before going inside the building. And I'm getting emotional just talking about it because it's very obvious that they are just so thankful for the support around that the community is giving them right now. I mean, look at this memorial. You have all the flowers and the crosses and the flags and the balloons, and then I absolutely love this balloon over here that says not all heroes wear capes, and I think that is so true and such a good reminder. And earlier we were over in neighborhoods as well, and they're lighting up in blue to show the Grand Forks Police Department that they are thinking of them and that they support them during this hard time. I know the community is really coming together to move forward from this tragedy of Cody Holte losing his life earlier this week, and then Corporal Ron Nord also being wounded during this time. And so you can just really feel it here, even in the quietness of this morning, that the community is trying to move on, but keeping everybody in their thoughts and prayers, and the families in their thoughts and prayers as well. Today, I know they're using the hashtag Grand Forks Strong right now, and you can feel that just being in this community this morning.
I can't imagine the pain for his family, but of course his law enforcement family as well. Abby Furchner, thank you for that live report.
And Cody Holte was a father, a husband, son, nephew, uncle, and a hero to those around him. And friends say that he was ahead of the curve in sports growing up as a kid.
Cody went to the Norman County West Elementary School in Hendrum, Minnesota, then on to Norman County High School in Halstead.
You wanted a friend like Cody Holte, right, in this life. You wanted your son to be like Cody Holte. I heard like our old coach, our baseball coach growing up, and he said something on the lines that whenever he was expecting that he wanted to have twins so they could be like Cody and Brady.
So many people who know Holte are now at a loss for words, but they say they'll never forget the selfless man who did such a heroic act.
It's now 7 minutes before 7. Let's get a check of our First Alert Storm Team forecast, and we check in with meteorologist Lisa Green.
Good morning. We've got a pretty start to our day here in Fargo as we're looking up on our First Alert Skycam network. We had clouds move in. It was overcast, then beautiful sunshine. Now starting to see some hints at more clouds right now, at least in our view. And other places, it just depends on where you are. Some places under overcast skies or getting some sunshine breaking through. And temperatures are cooler this morning. We're into the low to some upper 40s with that northerly wind yesterday really bringing in that cooler air. Still seeing some wind, not as strong strong as it was. We've got some gusts into the 20s out of the north or northwest. And here's a look at that radar and satellite. Kind of tough to make out, but there are those clouds still in the valley and still hanging around here this morning to start off our day. Afternoon planner. Well, we're looking at more of the same, essentially. We're going to see a mix of some sun and clouds, some places that get more sunshine than others. And we'll see some temperatures that are cool, some upper 50s up north, some low to some upper 60s in the south for your highs today. So if you didn't like that 86-degree high on Wednesday, we're looking at some much cooler weather and better weather for you today. And hey, tonight we've got a special treat. Of course, the Red Hawks fireworks tonight. Of course, they don't have a game. They're just putting on these fireworks for us to enjoy. It's a drive-in fireworks celebration here. So here's what we can expect for this evening. Should be pretty quiet and dry. We're looking at temperatures 60s dipping into the 50s by the time we're doing those fireworks. Of course, that'll happen around sunset. I do believe the lot opens at 8. And then around sunset, I think that's closer to about 9:45 or a little bit after 9 rather. That's when those fireworks will start. So you may want that blanket if you're planning on rolling down those windows in your vehicle to hear the full booms going on with that. Heading into this weekend, temperatures will be slowly on the rise. We're looking at 70 on Saturday, 76 on Sunday, and then we really heat things up as we head into next week. Temperatures back into the 80s for several days in a row. With that comes some unsettled weather too. Time now for traffic. Let's check in with Devin Fry for the Valley Today's Traffic on the Move.
Thanks, Lisa. We're finishing this hour on I-29. We are heading north toward Grand Forks. Now, usually this is one of our two most crowded roadways of the morning, but today things are moving along nicely. You can see that there's some big gaps between the vehicles. Everyone has plenty of room to move around, and everyone's going about the speed limit here. Around that 13th Avenue area, it looks like it's a little bit more crowded, but still nothing more intense than what we usually see. So good news there. Pretty ideal morning on both of our major roadways, I-29 and I-94. Now, things may not be going so smoothly for I-29 on Monday. They're going to be setting up barricades in the median here, which means they're going to have a lane closed down on both sides between 17th Avenue and 32nd Avenue. Now, what that's going to do is reduce one lane, so these two should still be open on both sides there. So it shouldn't really affect traffic flow that much. It's just going to be something to watch out for. That's going to start on Monday, so prepare for that to start the week next week. We're going to keep checking out the roadways in the next hour on the Fargo CW, but for now, for your traffic on the move, I'm Devin Fry.
Dozens of people came from all over the valley to rally around a grieving law enforcement community. Supporters came together last night from all over our area to pay their respects by marching from East Grand Forks across the Red River to the Grand Forks Police Department.
Nearly 200 people surrounded the building, wrapping both the police and sheriff's departments in love and support. The effort comes in the wake of that shootout on Wednesday that claimed the life of Grand Forks officer Cody Holte.
The hurt that they're feeling, the pain that they're feeling, it's not going to go away. It's something that's going to take time to heal that. So just continue to show that support for them. And it's not just them, it's the whole community that's hurting.
Police say a formal remembrance service will be scheduled at a later time.
A teenage boy is dead after drowning in the Cheyenne River. West Fargo Fire responded to reports of a drowning at Goldenwood Drive and 13th Avenue Northwest on Wednesday night.
14-year-old James Nye had already been pulled from the water and crews started CPR. The teen was taken to an area hospital where he died the next morning. Firefighters are reminding smokers to put out their smoking materials properly. Firefighters once again responded to a call about a deck fire last night, this one along East Gateway Circle.
The building was evacuated as firefighters snuffed a deck fire on the second floor that was caused by smoking materials. They say damage was kept to a minimum because neighbors were quick to spot the flames. North Dakota is confirming one new COVID-19 death and 42 new cases across the state. The latest victim was a man in his 80s from Cass County with underlying health issues. 57 deaths have now been linked to the illness in the state. 1,793 people have recovered, bringing the active case count to 688.
In Minnesota, health officials are reporting another 35 COVID-19 deaths for a total of 967 in the state. 787 of those deaths happened in a nursing home or long-term care facility. 493 more coronavirus cases are being reported today, bringing the active case count to 5,325. 16,655 people are listed as recovered. Thanks to your generosity and viewership, Valley News Live is nominated for the National Broadcast Association's Service to Community and America Award. It's for our campaign to promote the mission of the Golden Drive Homeless Kids.
And through your generosity, $50,000 in funds and goods was raised to help children in our area. And the nation is taking notice, and we thank you for that. And we both know the lady who runs the Golden Drive.
Sue is one of my favorite people. I love her energy.
She is a force to be reckoned with, and we couldn't do it without her either, so we thank you, Sue. But let's get the answer now to our question of the morning on Facebook. That question, this is the top food item that people have broken their diet with.
Oh, well, this makes sense. The answer is a piece of cake, because cake means you're celebrating
And you
something.
can't have your cake and eat it too. Ain't that the truth most of these days? But anyway, thanks for playing along. But we here on the Valley today want to thank you for tuning in to watch our coverage. We want to reassure you that we're working hard to make sure you are staying informed during this COVID-19 pandemic.
There are several ways for you to do that, including valleynewslive.com, our VNL News app, and also on our Valley News Live Facebook page, all for free with no registration required.
The Today Show and CBS This Morning are just about to start, but the Valley today, it rolls on. We'll have more live up-to-the-minute news and weather coming up right after this quick break on the Fargo CW. Have a great Friday, everyone.